knowing 13-year-olds will grow out of a shirt pretty quickly, I contacted my cousin and I said, would you like a signed one? And Ian said he'd love one, but you're not going to get it. He said America's different, it's a different environment. He said it's much more commercial, and you just can't get things like that very easily. I said, fine, I like a challenge. So I put it out to my network. I went to some of the contacts in the States that I have. It was mentioned that I write for a publication in America, and it's full of people who are experts in networking. So I went to all of them and I said, here's my challenge, can you help me? I wrote to Ivan Meisner. Those of you who know BNI will know Ivan is the founder of BNI, which is a global network. And I asked him for his help, and Ivan said, sure. He emailed all the chapters in Chicago. And he said, can you help my friend in England get a signed baseball shirt? And I started getting all these emails from people in BNI chapters in Chicago saying, what size? Which player? Oh, this is great. So I went to Twitter, and I posted on Twitter what was happening. I said, watch this space. And one of my contacts in London got in touch with me, and he said, have you asked my sister? And I knew what his sister did, but I hadn't thought of asking her. I'd never met her, and certainly I wouldn't have thought of approaching someone in that position. Certainly I don't know. And he said, no, feel free. And he gave me her Twitter address, and I tweeted her and said, he told me to get in touch, and she sent me her email address, and I explained what I was looking for. And she replied. She said, we're a bit busy with the G14 summit at the moment, but once that's over, I'll ask her in the office. She said, Hillary, before she came to New York, I'm sure she was a Chicago fan, and last week I was with the mayor of Chicago, and of course my boss is from there as well. Would he like it presented on the pitch at Soldier Field? You see, my contact in London, sister, is the Deputy Communications Chief at the White House. Now, I tell you this to illustrate the theory of 6 degrees of separation. There's a lot more to referrals than just that. And I'm going to pop the balloon a little bit there because she hasn't come through. But I'm not surprised, are you? I think she's got more on her plate than getting a baseball shirt for someone that rubber knows back in England. And it's disappointing because it would be lovely to tell you it's all come off. But I want to be honest with you for a very simple reason. And that is, first of all, you have to know you have the connections. You need to know that you are within 5 steps of anyone in the world. The original research that demonstrated this would show you that 29% of us have the connections we need to get to anyone we want to. And I would suggest that most of you are within that 29%. And if you're not within the 29%, you're 1 degree away, which may make it 7 degrees of separation. But you can get to the people you want to reach. I have run an exercise in talks around the world where I've said to people, how would you get to Bill Gates, Barack Obama, the Queen, and various other celebrities? And I've had the most amazing results back. I've done it in Wimbledon week and had someone who lived next door to Andy Murray, someone else who was Tim Henman's best friend. I had someone at the same event whose best friend at that time was decorating Bill Gates' apartment. I even had Bill Gates' UK official lookalike at one of my events. The only problem was I didn't recognise him. I did this in Romania in June, and the organisers in Romania, we replaced 3 of the normal British American names with 3 Romanian celebrities, which made it really difficult for me when I had to pronounce them, let alone know who they were. But we also, the organiser said to me, we left Barack Obama and Bill Gates in, and they said, are you sure you want to do that? Because, in Romania, we're not perhaps as linked globally as you are in the UK. And I said, let's just see what happens. And what I did is I asked around the room, how many of you are within 3 steps, 2 steps, and so forth? I broke people into groups to do this. And one woman had her hand up for 2 steps away from Barack Obama. And I said, well, how are you 2 steps away from Barack Obama? She said, well, my husband knows Henry Kissinger. Now, she's just another delegate at another networking event like anyone here. You don't know who the people you meet know. If you build the relationship, if you stop looking at the name badge they're wearing, or the business card they give you and think how relevant are you to my business, and instead get to build the relationship, get to know them, and have them get to want to help you and understand how the connections are there for you. But the key is that trust and understanding that means that the people along the chain want to help, which is why it didn't come off with a baseball jersey. The steps were there, the connection, the reason wasn't strong enough, it wasn't compelling enough. But you need to know that 6 degrees of separation is there. The reason I said I don't connect on LinkedIn is because I use it as a referral tool. If you look at your LinkedIn network, it will tell you who they know. If you search a company that you want to talk to, you want to attract, it will tell you how you can reach them. If I connect with everyone I meet on LinkedIn, those connections are going to be meaningless because they need to be people who, if I ask them to connect me, will want to, will trust me enough, and vice versa. That's my approach to LinkedIn. If you are connected to the right people on that platform, the people who know you, like you, and trust you, the people who want to help you, it tells you where those connections are. I wanted to get in touch with a major hotel chain because I was getting spammed by them, having met someone at a networking event and exchanged cards, and all I got was spam. And so I searched them on LinkedIn. I searched for the chain and sales. And one of my contacts in my network, someone who had just left a tremendous testimonial for me on LinkedIn for work I've done with his company, had 5 different connections at senior levels in this organisation. It tells you who to approach for the connections. If you're not using it like that, then do so. So you network for 3 main reasons. To become better known. It's not what you know or who you know, it's who knows you and what they say about you. To become better equipped, understand what the challenges are in your business and who can help you overcome them, and to become better connected. Understand the 6 degrees of separation, have a clear focus about who you want to meet, and I'll talk more about that tomorrow, and then make sure you sell through people, not to people when you meet them through your network. I just want to give you a few thoughts to take away with you. And if you want copies of these slides, I'll give you my website address afterwards. Just drop me a message or give me your card today, and I'll send those out to you. So 5 key things for you to go away with. First, what are your major challenges? You need to know this. If you don't, you're networking blind. And by that, I mean, if we look at everything I talked about, what do you want to be known for and who by? What problems have you got in your businesses, or what shortcomings do you have either as an individual or as a business that you need to try and address? Who do you need to meet and you can't? How can a network of people help you? If you want to address those challenges, what can other people do? Don't think formal networks at this stage, because networking is more than just groups. But how can a network of people help you overcome those challenges? Which networking groups meet that need? So instead of going along to a network because someone's invited you, you can go because you know what you want to achieve as a result. If someone at a networking organisation asks you to join, ask them, how are you going to help me achieve my end goal? And what do I need to do to put into that? How are you going to measure your success? How are you going to know that it's worked for you? We had a bank manager who left one of our groups after a year, complaining he'd only had 6 switches, 6 new clients take up business accounts. I have asked a host of people at all levels, up to very senior levels in banking, how many he needed to justify his membership, and the answer was 3. He didn't know what he was looking for. You need to know what success is going to look like and how you're going to measure it. Sometimes it's not as tangible as new business. So if, for example, your success is based on increasing your confidence, which is a key one for a lot of people, then you look at what you need to do, how many events you need to go to, how many presentations you need to give in order to achieve that end. And then there you have it. What do you have to do? What action do you have to take to achieve that goal? I've been giving talks on networking for a number of years now, and for a number of years I finished most of my talks with the same line. It's a paraphrase of something that Baden-Powell said. And to me it sums up what networking is really all about when you focus upon it in the right way. If you want a successful business in 1 year, grow wheat. If you want a successful business in 10 years, grow trees. But if you want a successful business for life, grow people. And that's how I want you to think about networking. It's about growing people and growing relationships, not just connecting. If you do want copies of the slides or any more information, please either give me your card or go to the website. And I've got 5 minutes if anyone wants to ask any questions. Thank you. I know we had a question here. So we have a handful of mics, if you just wait for a second so that everyone can hear your question.